message is for my Geminis, Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is a general reading for May 2023, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. So, Gemini, let's go on a trip here into your subconscious mind. There is something here that you are holding on to for dear life, and you know that it's not serving you. You've either grown past it, you recognize how it's damaging you on some level, and I see you here not wanting to kind of really look at this particular thing for what it truly is. Maybe there's some fear here, maybe there is some attachment here, whatever the case may be. It's really important that you allow this to go. So, especially before your birthday next month, I think that it's imperative that you are able to identify this particular thing. Is it a job? Is it a person? Is it a habit? Is it a thought pattern? Whatever it is, this thing is holding you back from your highest potential. So, yes, I just want to put that out there. So, as far as the energy of the month goes, maybe you're finding it a little bit difficult to take some action. I'm getting a sense that maybe your energy is in a little bit of a lull right now. Maybe you're just wanting to kind of rest, but there is some kind of call to action. I see you kind of shifting perspective on a particular thing, and there seems to be a lot of opportunity here for you. So really being able to see these opportunities, identify these opportunities for yourself, and act on them is going to be really important for you. And just knowing that you can create whatever it is that you want to create in your life. You have all the necessary tools here. So, as far as your energy goes for this month, I want to advise you not to look in the past anymore. I have this sense that your gaze is kind of just like looking back, and even though you're like moving forward, you're still occupied with the past. So let's go ahead and turn our head forward so we can just continue to move forward. The past taught us a lot, and it is now time to really take the lessons that we've learned from that and be able to really step into our power. And I see you have a lot of passion here going for you. Maybe a little bit of, I keep getting the sense that some things are falling through the cracks. So really being able to pick up those pieces and increasing the awareness of what is happening outside of you and sort of these more like subtle energies. So what you have going for you this month is there's something foundational here that maybe you had relied on in the past, or maybe you really identified this as part of who you are. And I see you kind of dropping that foundation as it no longer resonates and overcoming some things that have been holding you back in a certain regard, that have been detrimental to you in a certain regard. So as far as what to pay attention to this month, definitely pay attention to, once again, this energy of certain things are falling through the cracks. So does this have to do with finances? Does this have to do with turning a blind eye to some of your behaviors and habits? Does this have to do with overindulgence in certain areas? Do you find yourself gorging yourself with sweets or drinking too much potentially, or smoking too much? What is it that you have been kind of lax on with yourself? And are you able to kind of like pick up those pieces and recollect and be honest with yourself? I'm also seeing what to pay attention to is, what are these connections that really make you feel like home, and really being able to nourish those connections, water those connections, seeing those connections grow and flourish. So excuse me. What you're not seeing, once again, there is this energy of having this. I feel that you're sort of blinding yourself to this truth. And maybe it's not fully in your conscious mind, but there is something here that needs to change because it's creating this disharmony. So it could have to do with a relationship. Like there's something that's not in sync here. Maybe it's your relationship with yourself, and especially as a Gemini, it's maybe one of the twins wants to do this particular thing, and the other twin wants you to do what you've always done. And there is some like rectifying that needs to happen here so that things can come together. Maybe there is a part of you that wants to let this job go, let this relationship go, and another part of you wants to hold on because it's comfortable and it's what you've known. So really being able to sit with yourself and be honest with yourself and continue to take those steps forward instead of having that gaze in the past. So as far as love goes for May 2023, I'm getting there is a sense of wanting to work together on something, whether this is with a romantic partner, whether this is with friends, whether this is with family. Being really honest with your boundaries and what it is that you truly want here, and not being able to, or not making promises that you can't keep. Thank you. And so really being honest with yourself around what can you really offer and what do you not have the capacity to offer, and really being upfront and forthcoming with this. So as far as work in creative endeavors goes, I get that there are some things here in work and creative endeavors that are being sort of pieced back together. Maybe something had sort of blown up or fallen apart. And I see these pieces kind of coming back together slowly but surely as you nourish yourself and really take care of yourself on a deep level. Maybe you're a bit in your feels, maybe there's a sense of boredom, or a lack of fulfillment in this area. But I see things coming together and kind of piece by piece, rebuilding whatever this foundation is that has some cracks in it. As far as the advice from your spirit guides goes, check your thoughts. That's coming through really strongly. Check your thoughts, think before you speak. Focus on that self-love, sit with yourself, take some time to know yourself. Maybe this is for someone specific. Mirror work could be supportive. If you would like me to go in a little bit further into what that is and kind of what that looks like, please send me a direct message. I'm also getting, don't be afraid to take risks. You have everything that you need to create this life you want. So kind of stepping out of this comfort zone and diving into the unknown, and just knowing that you are supported in this endeavor. And also there is something that... there is an energy here of not needing to grieve about a particular thing anymore. I'm getting the sense that you have moved past this particular thing, but still with that gaze kind of turned to the past. Maybe you continue to ruminate and have these ideas about what could have been different, or how could this person have done this, or what if I were to have done this, or whatever the case may be. And just an invitation here to gracefully release that, because there's a large part of you that has let that go, and it's time now to really close out that cycle. So that is what I'm getting for you, Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2023. Thank you.